Hi, I'm David Noon, yoga teacher, Devonport Yoga, Devonport, Auckland, New Zealand. I became a yoga teacher nearly 20 years ago, and this has been my studio for the last 9 years. Welcome. During this COVID-19 crisis, I'd like to offer you stretch, breathe, and relax. I hope it helps. Start by moving gently, taking the weight through one foot and through the other. So we're working toes, feet, ankles, knees, and hips. And start to move your shoulders, rolling your shoulders, and rolling your shoulders the other way. And start swimming with your arms, breathing in with one, breathing out with the other. Have a good stretch, stretching one arm, stretching the other. And take your arms the other way, drawing the elbows well back, making fists with your hands as if pulling handfuls of grass. And go back now to just rolling shoulders back and rolling them forwards. And give your hands a bit of a shake. And look down at your feet. Get your feet parallel, spread your toes. And now straightening up, lift up through your kneecaps. And adjust the tilt of your pelvis so it feels just right for you. And now lift your rib cage evenly, front and back. The back of your neck long, chin drawn in, the crown of your head reaching up. And reach down through your arms, activating fingers and thumbs. And engage your pelvic floor muscles. And feel as if you're breathing in and out of your stretchiness. And have a big breath in. And breathing out, let go of any tension, just standing nicely with nice alignment. Start to make circles with your straight body. Almost as if you were standing on a bus. Your body like a spinning top in slow motion. The pivot point being your feet. Manipulating the little bones in your feet, firing nerves down your legs, activating proprioceptors, the senses that tell us where we are in relation to the space around us. Change direction. Come to a stop and practice tilting forward and back. And now from side to side. And now find your point of balance. And as you breathe in, using your imagination, imagine the breath is rising up your body and you're feeling taller and lighter. And as you breathe out, imagine the breath is coming down your body. You're feeling more grounded, more connected with the earth. And again, in your own time. And just one more. Being as present as you can. And now I invite you to feel into your beingness, an alert stillness, your aliveness. And now perhaps we can seed the subconscious mind with a mission statement, something like a GPS setting for life, a positive statement that encapsulates whatever it is you would like to manifest in your life. Starting it with, I'm open to receiving, and then something like perfect health, happiness, joy, peace, love, success, or whatever else you want to add to that. Make a statement. Make it carefully. Repeat it 3 times, like you really mean it. And have a big breath in. And breathing out, sigh that breath away and move your body a little. Now, reaching down to your arms, activate fingers and thumbs and engage your pelvic floor muscles and breathe in and out of your stretchiness. And a big breath in. And breathing out, soften and move again. And now bending your knees, hands on your knees, make smooth circles with your knees. Feeling into your feet and ankles and knees. Keep your face, jaw and shoulders soft. And change direction. And come to a stop and bring your feet apart, hands on your hips, knees bent a little. Make circles with your pelvis, a bit like a hula hoop. But perhaps imagine your body's like a skipping rope, the ends of the rope being still, so your feet are obviously still, but try to keep your head quite still. Keep your face, jaw and shoulders soft, making circles with your pelvis. So we're feeling into feet and ankles, knees and hips. And change direction. And straighten your legs, lower your arms and trying to keep the hips quite still. Breathing in, twisting your upper body one way and breathing out the other way. Try to keep your arms relaxed. Be aware they're only moving because your body's moving. Movement of the body initiates the movement of the arms. And then wrap your arms around one side and hold and breathe, as if breathing in and out of your stretchiness again. And have a big breath in. And breathing out, take your arms to the other side, wrap around, hold and breathe. And again, a big breath in. And breathing out, bring your hands to your heart. Soft face, jaw and shoulders. Have a sense you're breathing in and out of your heart. And on your next inhalation, as you breathe in, take your left arm wide, flex your hand back, push away through the palm. Find a stretch and hold it. And breathing out, bring that hand back to the heart. And breathing in, right arm, Flex the hand back, push away through the palm, find a stretch, hold it. And breathing out to come back and soften, and now both arms breathing in. Back teeth clenched, gently lift together, stretch your throat, open your chest, hold. And breathing out to come back to your heart and soften. Interlace your fingers. Breathing in, take your arms up towards the ceiling, getting taller and taller and taller, like a forest tree growing towards the light. Navel drawn in, ribcage lifting. And as you breathe out, hands gently go to the left, hips to the right, a nice even curve. And breathing in to come up, and breathing out to the other side. Don't try too hard. Imagine you're being rather than doing. Try to learn being in action through these exercises, so that we can take that attitude into daily life. And it takes away the stress. Breathing in, reach up really high, getting taller and taller. Separate your hands, breathing out, let your arms float down. And your feet come in so they're only hip width apart. And roll your shoulders back. And roll them forwards. And give your hands a bit of a shake. And now fingertips to your shoulders, elbows towards the front, breathing, lifting elbows and rib cage. Elbows go wide, breathing out, lowering. And a couple more. And change direction. And finish off with your elbows in front. And as you breathe in, let your arms roll out. Fingertips go down, push away through the palms, shoulders low, stretch. And breathing out, fingertips come back, and breathing in, lift elbows and rib cage. Draw your navel in, engage your pelvic floor muscles. Hold and breathe. And a big breath in. And breathing out, lower your elbows and take them wide, and breathing in, arms roll out to the sides. Fingertips go down, push away through the palms, stretch. And breathing out, bring your palms together in front. Soft face your own shoulders, squeeze. Hold and breathe. And now bring your hands in close, elbows high, shoulders low. Keep pressing. And draw the infinity symbol, keeping it small and close. Come back to the center and change direction. And come back to the center and release. Give your hands a shake. And now hook your fingers together and pulling apart firmly. Again, draw the infinity symbol. And change direction. And back to the center and release. Giving your hands a shake. Now interlace fingers, hands behind your neck. This is like to brace your neck, elbows towards the front. Engage pelvic floor and make smooth circles with your elbows. Breathing in as you come around and up, breathing out as you come around and down. Remember, being rather than doing. It's useful to repeat to yourself every now and then, I'm present in this moment. Change direction. And come to a stop and bring your hands behind your head. And as you breathe in, your elbows go wide, lift your chest, chin towards the sky, shoulders down and back. And as you breathe out, tuck your chin down, slide your scalp up, press the back of your head into your hands, widen across your back, but don't try too hard. And breathing in, elbows wide, lift the chest. Try to imagine you're exploring into your body as if for the first time. Breathing out, tuck the chin down, elbows going towards each other, widen across the back, slide the scalp up, press the back of the head into the hands. And again, breathing in, elbows wide, lift your chest. And again, breathing out. And hold and breathe for a little while if that's okay. Shoulders low. Big breath in. And breathing out, release. Now give your hands a shake, but also scribble with your nose. Soften your shoulders, move your shoulders. And now interlace fingers, bend your knees, forearms on your thighs if that works. If it doesn't, just hands on your knees. Ideally though, your abdomen is on your thighs. And as you breathe in, slowly straighten your legs, keeping your abdomen on your thighs. And let your head hang down loose. And breathing out, bend your knees forward of the toes. And breathing in to straighten your legs. Keep your abdomen on your thighs. Tilting the tailbone up away from the heels. And breathing out, bend your knees forward of the toes. And continue with a few more. It's like gently warming up the muscles in the back of the legs and stretching them gently, preparing them for some more stretching later. If you are one of the many people suffering from lower back pain, keep your abdomen on the thigh will help protect your back as you practice this. And the practice will help to lengthen muscles in the back of the legs, which will take pressure off your back. In our practice, we're trying to balance tensions in the body. We're trying to enable the energy to flow as it should do, so that there's not too much energy in some places and perhaps not enough energy in other places. Breathing in, straighten the legs and hold for a little while and try to relax your upper body down a little. Let your head hang loose and scribble with the top of your head. Imagining you're bringing space between the vertebrae of your neck. And now bend your knees forward of your toes and try to create a straight line from the crown of your head through the spine to the tailbone with soft face joined shoulders. Bending your knees more if it's okay, so we're working thigh muscles and perhaps stretching inner deep calf muscles. Now tuck your tailbone down a little, rounding your lower back. Keep your legs as they are and take your arms up high, arms alongside the ears, and then power down through your legs, rising up, getting taller and taller and taller. Draw your navel in, lift your rib cage. Like the forest tree growing towards the light. And separate your hands, breathing out, let your arms float down. And roll your shoulders back. And roll them forwards. And bring your feet apart. Feet turned out a little. Interlace fingers, big breath in. As you breathe out, bend your knees forward of the toes. Trying to keep your back a bit upright, coming down, down, down. Engage pelvic floor and breathing in, slowly come up as if stretching a rubber band up to the ceiling. Draw your navel in, lift your rib cage like the forest tree growing towards the light. Feel into your stretchiness. And as you breathe out, slowly come back down, knees going wide. And then pause when you get there, and engage pelvic floor, and breathing in, slowly come back up again. And taking your arms The back of the hands up towards the ceiling, have a stretch. And breathing out, slowly coming back down. Apart from anything else, this is helping to remind us that this is the way we should be lifting things. So again, for people with lower back conditions, it's helpful to remember to use the legs for lifting and engaging pelvic floor muscles before we start to lift. So next time you come up, get nice and tall, like the forest tree, and then tilt to your right, working left shoulder, left hip back a little, and the big toes of left foot touching the floor, and try to create a straight line through the left side of your body, and hold and breathe. And a big breath in, and breathing out to come out of that one, and go to the other side. Working right shoulder, right hip back a little, trying to create a straight line through the right side of your body, holding and breathing. And a big breath in, and breathing out, back to the center. Separate the hands, let the arms float down. Bring your feet in so they're only hip width apart again, and roll your shoulders back. And roll them forwards. That might be good to put your hand on the wall or something, but with your feet parallel, spread your toes, engage pelvic floor, and breathing in, slowly rise up onto the balls of your feet, raising your arms. And as you breathe out, slowly come back down again, lowering the heels and the arms at more or less the same time. Engage pelvic floor, breathing in, slowly coming up, and stretch, and breathing out, slowly coming back down, and soften, and again breathing in to come up, and breathing out to come down. Now you could do a lot more of those. It's useful for strengthening the feet. And then put the right arm on top of the left, wrap the arms around, bring the hands together, and keep the elbows high, widen across the back, and breathe in and out of your stretchiness. We're trying to get into the area between the shoulder blades. And a big breath in, and breathing out, release and move a little. And then left elbow on top of right for you, wrapping the arms around, widen across the back, and hold and breathe. And a big breath in, and breathing out, release. And come down onto hands and knees. And have your hands directly below your shoulders, fingers and thumbs spread wide. Your knees directly below your hips. Knees are hip width apart. Press the first fingers and thumbs down a bit more to engage the palms evenly. And have your elbows bent a bit towards the sides, and breathing in, hollowing the back, the crown of your head and tailbone tilt up. And pause there, and breathing out, slowly arching the back, draw your navel in, long arms, widen across the shoulder blades. And breathing in, hollowing the back, the crown of your head and tailbone tilting up. Feel that you're working shoulder blades in towards each other. And breathing out, slowly arching, drawing the navel in, long arms. Engage your pelvic floor muscles. And softening as you breathe in, hollowing the back, the crown of your head and tailbone tilting up. And breathing out, arching. And breathing into hollow. And again, breathing out, arching. And this time, try to keep the hips even as you breathe in and hollow. Swing the right leg back, keep the knee bent, hollow the back, look forward. The leg represents a tiger's tail. As you breathe out, bring your knee towards your forehead, forehead towards your knee. And repeat that one. Trying to keep your hips even. And breathe out. And go to the other side. Left knee swinging up. Breathing out, knee towards forehead. And another one. And breathe out. And now knees slightly wider, big toes together, sit back by your heels. Several options here, elbows on the floor, chin on the hands, and relax. Or one fist on top of the other, forehead on the fists, and relax. Or hands on the floor, forehead on the floor, and again relax. Whichever one works for you. Just breathing and being. And now sort of walk your fingers away to stretch out your arms. Plant your hands down, fingers and thumbs spread wide, and feel as if the tailbone is reaching away from your hands and your back is under traction. And widen across your back and breathe. Don't try too hard. Put your elbows down and breathing in, scissor forward. Your forehead going towards the floor between the hands, navel drawn in, pelvic floor muscles lifted, face soft, shoulders down. Pause and breathing out to come back. And let your elbows come up and have a stretch. Pause. And again, breathing in, elbows down, scissor forward, hovering there like an easy press up. And breathing out to scissor back. Let your elbows come up, have a stretch. And again, elbows down, breathing in, scissoring forward, navel drawn in, pelvic floor muscles lifted, face to your shoulders soft. Hold and breathe. And a big breath in, and breathing out, sit back by the heels. Bring your knees in towards each other. When you're ready, sit up on your heels, hands on your thighs. Let things settle a little. If you're feeling okay and not dizzy, come up onto your knees. And take the weight into one knee and then the other a little bit. And imagine where you're going to step your left foot forward. When you're ready, do that. And then hands on your knee and sink forward and down, gently stretching out the right thigh. Now gently, because you can give yourself a groin strain doing this, and that's not a good idea. Just be gentle. Feel that you're lengthening that right leg, soft face, joint, shoulders, and give it some time. Time is more important than effort. And now fold your body over the thigh, coming onto your fingertips, or fists, or hands, whatever works for you, and sink into it a bit more. And I promised you that stretch for the back of the legs. Keep your abdomen on your thigh. Slide the right knee back a little. Walk your hands back. Keep your abdomen on the thigh as you start to straighten the left leg. Flexing the left foot towards the shin. Putting your left leg under traction. Soft face, joint, shoulders. Flex the foot towards the shin more to accentuate calf muscle stretch if you want to. Be careful you're not trying too hard. Try to be present in this moment and give it time rather than effort. And now the sole of your foot on the floor. Just stretch the top of the foot, the sides of the shin. And now your knee forward, your hands come forward. And tuck your right toes under. Take the right knee off the floor. Push back into your right heel. Let your chest rest into that left thigh. Spread the toes. Hold and breathe. A big breath in. Breathing out, put that right knee down, flatten the foot out. Come back a little bit and hands on your left knee and just carefully, slowly come up as you were before. Hands on the knee. And then coming up so you're standing more and more on the right knee. When you're ready, you can swing the left foot back and take the weight into left knee, right knee a little bit. And when you're ready, imagine where you're going to put the right foot and do so. Hands on the knee, sinking forward and down. Cautiously stretching out the left thigh. Giving it some time. And then fold your body over your thigh, coming onto fingertips, fists or hands, sinking into it more. And keeping your abdomen on the thigh, slide the left knee back, start to straighten the right leg, keeping your abdomen on the thigh, flexing the foot towards the shin, tuck your chin down, soft face, jaw and shoulders, putting the right leg under traction and giving it some time. And the sole of your foot on the floor, stretching the top of the foot, the sides of your shin. Keep that feeling of traction. And now your knee forward and your hands come forward and tuck the left toes under. Take the left knee off the floor, push back into the left heel and let your chest rest into the right thigh, spread the toes and hold and breathe. Imagine a straight line from the crown of your head, through the body, through the left leg to the heel. And put the left knee back down and flatten the foot out. Hinging back a little, come upright, hands on the right. And then trying to stand more and more on the left knee. When you're ready, swing the right foot back and sit back by your heels. And make fists with your hands, forearms on the floor. Walk forward on your forearms until your fists get to the end of the mat. Walk your knees back. Lower your body onto your front. Hands under your shoulders, elbows tucked in. Forehead on the floor. Get nicely settled. And now tighten your buttocks and press your pelvis down. And as you breathe in, let the crown of your head lead the way as your chest rolls up, so you look forward. And as you breathe out, slowly come back down. And then soften a little. Move your hips. Soft face, jaw and shoulders. Preparing for the next one, tighten your buttocks, press the pelvis down. Breathing in, the crown of your head leads the way as your chest rolls up. And pause. And breathing out to slowly come back down. And again, soften and move. And one more. Tight buttocks, press your pelvis down. Breathing in, the crown of the head leading the way as your chest rolls up. And pause. And breathing out, come back down. And get yourself lying on your right side with the right leg bent at the knee. The left leg straight, left hand on the floor in front for support. Breathing in, raise the left leg, your ear comes away from the arm and pause. And breathing out, come back down and soften. Breathing in, straightening, lifting the left leg, ear away from the arm, pause. and breathing out to come back down and soften, and again one more. And now as you breathe in, swing the left leg forward and up, and breathing out, swing the leg back and down. So you're making big circles with your foot. Keep the leg long. And change direction. And now swing the leg forward and back, breathing in forward and breathing out back. Now try to keep the leg parallel with the floor. Continue with a few more. And now both legs straight. Make sure the right hip is directly under the left one. Engage your pelvic floor, breathing in, lift both legs, your ear away from the arm and pause. And breathing out, come back down and soften. Engage pelvic floor, breathing in, come up and pause. And breathing out, come down. And lie on your front. Hands under the shoulders, elbows tucked in, forehead on the floor. Get nicely settled. We're going to do some leg lifts. Tight buttocks, press your pelvis down, and breathing in, raise the right leg and tilt your face forward. Keep the hips parallel with each other. The hips stay on the floor. And breathing out, come back down and soften. Tight buttocks, press your pelvis down, breathing in, raise the left leg and tilt your face forward. And pause. And breathing out to come back down and soften. And right leg breathing in. And breathe out. And left leg breathing in. And breathe out. And then lying on your left side with the left leg bent at the knee. Have the right hand on the floor in front for support. Make sure that left hip's directly under the right one. And then when you're ready, engage pelvic floor. As you breathe in, lift the right leg and your ear comes away from the arm and pause. And breathing out to come back down. And again, breathe in. And breathe out. And another one. Now make circles, breathing in, forward and up, breathing out, back and down, and a couple more. And change direction. Keep the leg long, trying to make smooth circles. And now swing the leg forward and back, breathing in forward, breathing out, bend the knee and try to get the thigh back, and do a few more. Trying to keep the leg parallel with the floor. And finishing the one you're doing, have both legs straight, with that left hip directly under the right one, hand in front for support still. Engage pelvic floor, breathing in, lift both legs, your ear away from the arm. Pause, and breathing out to come back down. And again, breathe in. And breathe out. And now lying on your back. Get yourself nicely aligned. And then arms weight 45 degrees, palms down. And bring your knees in together over your chest. And keep your knees together and feet together as you make circles with your knees. Smooth circles, and you'll find you're kind of massaging around your sacrum. and change direction. Come to a stop and put your hands on your knees. And imagine you're rowing a boat as breathing in your knees go away together and come wide. And breathing out, they come wide back towards the armpits and together. And do a few more. Visualize the ball and socket joints of your hips. And change direction. And now the happy baby pose. Wrap your arms around behind the legs, holding the wrist of one arm in the other hand. Use your forearms to draw the knees wide down towards your armpits, and your toes reach towards the wall behind you. Try to have your feet parallel. Face soft, shoulders relaxed, and smile like the happy baby. Hold and breathe. And a big breath in. Breathing out, put your feet down wide towards the edges of your mat so that you can just touch your heels with your fingertips. Knees are apart. Take your arms away at 45 degrees, palms down, shoulder blades nice and even. And now your knees like windscreen wipers. Breathing in, knees go to the right, your face towards the left. And extend forward through your left hip. Keep your left shoulder blade down. Pause. And breathing out, come back to the center and readjust. And when you're ready, breathing in, knees to the left, face to the right. Extend forward through your right hip. Pause. And breathing out to come back. Readjust. Breathing in, knees to the right, face to the left. And breathing out to come back. And breathing in, knees to the left, face to the right. Pause. And breathing out to come back. Now bring your feet in so they're only hip width apart again. Again, you can just touch the heels with the fingertips. Practicing pelvic tilt. Breathing in, expand your abdomen, tilting the pelvis to create a hollow under your lower back. Pause. And the other half of pelvic tilt is breathing out, tight buttocks, press the lower back in the floor. Engage pelvic floor muscles. Now soften them, repeat that one, breathing in, expand the abdomen, tilting the pelvis to create the hollow, pause. And breathing out, tighten your buttocks, press the lower back in the floor and pause. And now the bridge pose. As you breathe in, push into your feet and lift your bottom. And imagine one vertebrae after the other slowly coming up as you keep pressing down through your feet. Reposition the back of your head, strong parallel thighs, pause when you get there. And breathing out to slowly roll back down. And then pelvic tilt again, breathing in. Expand the abdomen, create the hollow, pause. And pelvic tilt, breathing out. Tight buttocks, press your lower back in the floor, pause. And breathing in, slowly rolling back up. And pause. And breathing out, slowly rolling back down. And now interlace fingers, hands behind your head. As you breathe in, press your upper back, shoulder blades into the floor, elbows wide. As you breathe out, elbows come up towards right knee towards elbows, rolling up, pause. Breathing in, foot down, elbows wide. Press the upper back into the floor, pause. And breathing out, elbows towards left knee. And pause. And breathing in, foot down, elbows wide. And pause. And breathing out, elbows towards right knee. And pause. And breathing in. And breathing out. And breathing in. Breathing out, elbows towards right knee. Breathe in. And breathing out, elbows towards left knee. And breathing in, foot down, elbows wide. Now take your feet wide and let your knees rest together. And now place one hand on top of the other over your abdomen. And relax your feet. And relax your legs. And relax your hands and your arms and shoulders. And relax your abdomen, pelvis, buttocks. Relax your lower, mid, upper back. Right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, the space between your shoulder blades, your whole back. And relax the weight of your head into the floor. And let the skin of your scalp be soft. And let your forehead be smooth. Relax the muscles around your eyes. Soften the muscles around your mouth. Let your lower jaw sag gently while your lips remain together. Your whole face is soft. Awareness to your throat, chest, and abdomen. Awareness to your whole body relaxing, releasing tensions. And bring to mind your resolve, your positive statement that you started class with. And repeat it again 3 times, like you really mean it. And bring gentle movement to fingers, toes, shoulders and hips. And on your next inhalation, tighten everything up, clenching fingers, toes, buttocks, screw your face up tight and hold. And as you breathe out, soften and move again. Let's do that again. Breathing in, tightening everything up and hold. And breathing out, softening and moving. And now open your mouth into a big yawn and a wide grin. And take your lower jaw from side to side. And wet your lips and swallow. And bring your knees in together over your chest and hug. And rock gently from side to side. As your knees go one way, your face could turn gently the other way. As your knees go the other way, your face turns the opposite way to the knees. Feeling into the long muscles on either side of the spine. And when you're ready, let your knees go over to one side and just lie there for a little while. And then a nice way to get up is to straighten the top leg. And then you can push down into the hand and arm to come up sideways. And get yourself sitting comfortably. You don't have to have crossed legs and things. But it is quite a good idea to get the flesh of your buttocks back so you're up high on your sit bones. And adjust the tilt of your pelvis so it's not too far forward or too far back. And lift your rib cage evenly, front and back, and the back of your neck long, chin drawn in, the crown of your head reaching up, soft face, jaw and shoulders. Just tune into that feeling of beingness for a moment. And now bring your palms together, thumbs against your chest, forehead towards the fingertips. And just bring to mind a few things you can be grateful for. And it's been my pleasure to practice yoga with you. I hope you feel some benefit. I hope it helps. Have a great day. Namaste.